Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. So in this video, I will be discussing about the play Death of Salesman by Arthur Miller, its summary and analysis. So let's start. So first of all, just begin with the introduction of Arthur Miller. Arthur Miller was an American playwright and essayist in the 20th century American theater. So a playwright is basically the person who just give you a description about dialogues, not about the setting. But a dramatist does not only write but also give guidance about performance, setting, dressing, costumes. So Arthur Miller did not perform on stage, but he just a dramatist, just like a dramatist does, but he is just a playwright. He is an essayist in the 20th century as well. He is the greatest essayist. He wrote a lot of essays as well. His famous works include All My Sons, Death of Salesman, The Crucible, The Misfit. His plays were dramatized on stage in American theater, and his drama Death of Salesman was shortlisted as one of the finest plays in the 20th century. He was 89 years old when he died. When this play was performed on stage as a debut, he died on the same day. So he was born basically in Harlem, New York, to an immigrant family of a Polish and Jewish descendant, and he was best known for Death of Salesman, which was written in 1949 and won a Pulitzer Prize award as well. So let's move towards the summary of the play. So it is the story about Willie Loman, who is a salesman living in New York City in the late 1940s. He lives with his wife Linda in the same house for the last 25 years. Willie, at the beginning of the play, has come home from a business trip. He is also concerned because his sons are not progressing in the business world the way he had hoped they would. His son, Happy, does have a job and lives in his own apartment, but his elder son, Biff, rambles from job to job as a farm hand, never making much money. Willie has been demoted from a salary employee to a commission employee at his job. This means he makes less money to support himself and his wife. This, combined with constant driving and lackluster sales, cause Willie so much stress that he begins to hallucinate. He speaks to people who are not there, and he disturbs his friend Charlie, who is also his neighbor, who comes over to play cards with Willie. During the game, Willie thinks his dead brother, Ben, is in the room with them. Ben had gone to Africa and worked in the diamond mines. This is how he became rich. Willie is talking to Ben and Charlie at the same time, which causes Charlie and Willie to have disagreement on cards game. So, Willie sees a very bright future for his son, but in reality, this does not come to pass. Willie is not proud of Happy, who does all he can to garner some attention from his father. Biff and Happy are surprised at the turn their father has taken. Happy knew his father would often talk to himself, but did not know he was so loud about it. Biff, meanwhile, had no idea his father was behaving in this manner. Now their mother, Linda, tells them the car accident Willie has been having are in fact attempts at suicide. The boys agree to try to stay closer to home and start a business together. Biff decides to ask his former boss, Oliver, for a loan to help start the new business. Willie tries to talk to Howard about his job change, but Howard tells him he just does not have a position open for him in the store. Willie becomes angry with Howard and starts to yell at him and ultimately got fired. Biff also not get a loan. Biff also not got a loan. Biff and Happy have made plans to meet their father in a restaurant to celebrate the anticipated good news from the day. Instead, it is all bad news and Willie is not willing to accept the truth from Biff. The two boys meet some girls and leave Willie alone in the restaurant, which causes Willie to have another hallucination about a woman he had used to cheat on Linda. At home, Linda is furious with the boys for leaving their father behind at the restaurant. Willie and Biff finally tells each other how they feel, which makes Willie understand that his son loves him. Willie decides the insurance money of $25,000 would benefit his family. He talked to Ben and decides to kill himself. Afterwards, Linda has a hard time dealing with Willie's death. She cannot bring herself to cry because she keeps on waiting for him to return from another business trip. She is sad because finally the house is paid for and now she does not have husband to share it with. So the moral lesson of this play is that this play shows how false perception of ourselves and others can bring about the ruin of a person. For example, Willie think that the natural skill is important than educational skill, but the whole practical knowledge would destroy your life if you do not have educational skill. Like Charlie gave education to his son Bernard, but Willie criticized him. If a life is based on a lie, then eventually the truth can be too much to endure. So the basic theme in this whole play is that Willie Loman, a traveling salesman who is disappointed with his life and appeared to be slipping into senility. The play contains a variety of themes such as the American dream. It is basically the national ethos of the United States, set of ideals, democracy, rights, opportunity, liberty, and equality, in which freedom includes the opportunity for prosperity and success, as well as upward social mobility for family and children. The anatomy of truth, betrayal, anthropocentrism, loss of identity crisis or loss of identity. It explores the psychological chaos of the protagonist due to capitalist American society. So you can add some kind of Karl Marx views about the capitalism, about bourgeoisie class as well as the proletariat class as well. But the major theme is the American dream. The vision about the American dream is also there. So that's all from my side. If you have any queries, you can ask me in the comment section. Please like, subscribe and share my channel. Thank you for watching.